Howdy all, grab yourselves a beer. It is time for some Path of Exile, and in this all I'm going to do is gameplay footage, very little commentary, running a tier 13 equivalent Delve Abyssal City, give you a bit of a sense as to the sorts of drops that you can expect to find in these deeper sections of the mines. I've had a couple of tier 13 maps, a couple of tier 14 maps from the other ones in this city. And obviously there's monsters everywhere, it's pandemonium, but it's not too dangerous. The mods are not too bad here. We've got 4 additional projectiles, which is scary, but not too bad when it's the only real mod of note. Now here we've got a cartographer's charts box, that's the big one here. Other things could conceivably have something, but they probably don't. And we got not very much there. Just let the lights come back and then zoom past. You don't actually need to kill everything in these zones, but it's often good for just for safety to do so. You see there that I'm taking quite a beating, and this is only tier 13. When you get tier 16 with nasty mods, there's a lot more drops, but there's also a lot more danger. And even in softcore, if you die in one of these zones, you can't get back into it. You've lost all the loot that could have been in there. Cartographer's charts. Oh, we've got 4 map zones here. This is much better than you will normally see, and so expect to be somewhat blown away here potentially. Although I'm not seeming to get very good quality maps. There we go, that's a bit better. So what do we end up with here? A 12, a 13, an 8, a 5, a 10, a 10, a 7, a 10, a 12, a 13, a 9, a 3, and a corrupted rare 13 that is pretty easy mods. So that gives you a sense of just how much you can expect. That comes from just doing 2 of these Vaal outposts. This city came with 5 of them. The first one that I did had 2 tier 14s in it, and these 2 I've done back to back without returning, so that's all of the loot that's dropped from them. And that's actually, this as a whole is actually pretty typical. You will get a lot of maps, and they will really help you. They'll really help you develop and expand a map pool. This, of course, is the reason that sulfite scarabs are so damn expensive. It's because for people that are deep in the mines, they are just so lucrative that you're mad not to use them. It's just one of the most efficient ways to farm maps in the game at the moment. And so players like me that have got at least a moderately well developed mine. I'm currently at depth 200. Players like me that have got this level of development in their mine will just be quite happy to pay the prices that people ask for sulfite scarabs. And yeah, if you're earlier in, then sulfite scarabs are going to feel very expensive and not very rewarding. You'll notice here that I've hit the dreaded dead end in my mine as well, but that's going to be a huge sulfite tax. I'm going to have to retrace all of the way back to here, I believe. However, it's all in monster level 80, so I don't really care. It's not too devastating. If I find another city, I'll be happy anyway. And even if I don't, well, it's all loot. It's all XP.